Welcome to our U.S. briefing program. Today we dive into President Trump's bold economic strategy, where he's betting that Americans will endure some economic discomfort to revitalize manufacturing in the heartland. Despite acknowledging potential recession risks, Trump believes the long-term benefits of bringing jobs back are worth the short-term pain. However, his trade wars are stirring up challenges, especially in key swing states where his supporters may feel the pinch. In other news, we spotlight Karoline Leavitt, the youngest White House press secretary, who has surprisingly captured the admiration of many in China. Her assertive style and ability to juggle motherhood with her demanding role resonate with Chinese women seeking empowerment in their careers. Leavitt's eloquence and composure in press briefings have made her a role model, reflecting a cultural shift in China as women aspire to break free from traditional roles. Lastly, Tesla is facing fierce competition in China, where local brands like BYD are gaining traction with superior technology and competitive pricing. As Tesla's sales drop, local consumers are opting for stylish alternatives, posing a significant challenge for Elon Musk's brand. This shift highlights the evolving landscape of the electric vehicle market in China, where domestic brands are rapidly winning over consumers. Please continue to watch for more detailed content. New York Times: President Trump's aggressive trade wars with multiple countries represent a high-stakes gamble, hoping that Americans will tolerate economic downturns for the promise of revitalizing manufacturing in the heartland. Despite acknowledging a potential recession fueled by his policies, Trump insists that minor economic disturbances are a small price to pay for job creation in the manufacturing sector. His administration's past attempts at imposing tariffs have had mixed results, with a temporary job surge overshadowed by significant job losses in related industries. The current strategy involves imposing retaliatory tariffs that directly target key states, risking greater pain for his core supporters. South China Morning Post: in an unexpected twist amidst the tension between the U.S. and China, Karoline Leavitt, the youngest White House press secretary, has become an online sensation in China. Her poise and assertiveness in defending Trump's policies resonate with many Chinese users who admire her ability to balance a demanding career with motherhood. Social media users praise her eloquence and calm demeanor, viewing her as a role model for women navigating the complexities of modern work-life balance. Leavitt's rise in popularity reflects a growing trend in China towards celebrating strong, independent women, challenging traditional gender roles and expectations. New York Times: Tesla is facing fierce competition in China, a market it once dominated. As consumers like Lu Jie turn to local brands such as Xiaomi for electric vehicles, Tesla's sales have taken a hit, with a significant drop in vehicle sales compared to last year. While Tesla remains a respected brand, the influx of competitive, technologically advanced Chinese electric vehicles, often at more appealing price points, has shifted consumer preferences. BYD, a major rival, has seen remarkable growth in sales, highlighting the rapidly changing landscape of the electric vehicle market in China, where local manufacturers are increasingly capturing the attention of buyers. Al Jazeera reports that Tom Fletcher, the head of the United Nations Office for Humanitarian Affairs, has raised alarm over severe cuts to global humanitarian aid, warning that many will die as a result. With a staggering 300 million people in need of assistance, Fletcher highlighted the immediate impact of funding cuts, stating that programs are being halted and staff laid off. His recent visit to Gaza revealed a dire situation, with dwindling supplies exacerbated by a renewed blockade, leading to a potential humanitarian crisis. Fletcher emphasized the historical significance of U.S. funding in saving lives, yet noted that cuts are not limited to the U.S., as other countries like the UK and the Netherlands are also slashing their aid budgets, raising concerns about the widespread repercussions on global health initiatives. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation shares a lighter yet perplexing moment involving former President Donald Trump as he showcased a Tesla on the White House lawn, intending to support Elon Musk's brand amid ongoing market struggles. Despite the spectacle, a curious contradiction arose when Trump mentioned he couldn't drive the car due to Secret Service regulations that prohibit presidents from operating vehicles on public roads. The article highlights the unique circumstances surrounding presidential driving privileges, noting that while they can drive on private property, they are typically chauffeured by trained security personnel. This revelation adds an amusing twist to Trump's Tesla purchase, as he joins a lineage of car-loving presidents who have only been able to indulge their passion in limited settings. In response to President Trump's imposition of tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation outlines the varied reactions from U.S. allies. Australia has refrained from retaliatory tariffs, with Prime Minister Anthony Albanese urging citizens to support local businesses instead. Meanwhile, the European Union has announced its own set of tariffs to match the US, targeting a range of products, including agricultural goods, which could lead to increased prices and job losses on both sides of the Atlantic. Canada, the largest supplier of steel and aluminum to the US, has also announced significant retaliatory tariffs, emphasizing the strained trade relationship. The UK government is keeping its options open regarding tariffs, indicating a cautious approach while continuing negotiations for a US-UK trade deal. The article captures the complex web of international trade relations and the potential economic fallout from Trump's tariff policies. South China Morning Post reports that Japan is facing increasing anxiety over potential U.S. tariffs as Trade Minister Yoji Muto returned from Washington without assurances for Japanese companies. Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's earlier meeting with Trump had raised hopes, but the U.S. president's focus has shifted to imposing significant tariffs on vehicle imports, which could severely impact Japan's auto industry, constituting 30% of its exports to the U.S. Despite Japan's efforts to highlight its economic contributions and military cooperation with the U.S., analysts suggest that these attempts have not swayed the Trump administration. The Japanese stock market has reacted negatively, reflecting fears of economic repercussions, with GDP growth figures also showing a slowdown. Experts express concern that Japan's attempts to negotiate exemptions may be futile, as any concessions could provoke similar demands from other countries and undermine Trump's trade narrative. Al Jazeera highlights Hamas's relief following President Trump's withdrawal from his controversial plan to displace over 2 million Palestinians from Gaza. Trump's recent statement reassured that no Palestinians would be expelled, prompting Hamas spokesperson Hazem Qassem to welcome this apparent retreat. This shift comes amidst discussions among Arab foreign ministers regarding a reconstruction plan for Gaza, which aims to support the Palestinian Authority in rebuilding efforts after the devastation caused by ongoing conflicts. Direct talks between Hamas and U.S. officials mark a significant departure from previous U.S. policies against negotiating with groups labeled as terrorist organizations. Meanwhile, the situation in Gaza remains tense, with Israel imposing a blockade that restricts essential supplies, further complicating the humanitarian crisis and the prospects for a lasting ceasefire. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Morning coffee, fresh off the press. Reading headlines, feeling blessed. World keeps turning, stories unfold. Every moment news gets told. Flipping channels, clicking tabs. Feeding my mind's hunger grabs. Facts got to know. Never stopping, always go. Scrolling, swiping, reading on. Daylight breaks into dawn. Headlines and headlines, can't get enough.